Every single day, millions of people are making their way through the streets of Delhi. But sometimes, a single one of those journeys ends in an absolute tragedy. Today, we're going to talk about a fatal collision that's a really harsh reminder of the risks people face on our city roads. What started out as just a normal bike ride for two friends, it turned into something life-shattering in just an instant. This one violent moment didn't just stop a journey, it tragically ended a life. So let's get into the facts of the case based on what the authorities have reported. Okay, first up, the fatal collision. To really understand what happened here, we have to start with the most critical and honestly the most heartbreaking piece of information in this entire incident. 15. That was the age of the boy at the center of the story. Just 15 years old. That's the age of the life that was lost. According to the official police report, the collision was with a speeding tempo. The impact was direct, and tragically, it was fatal for the 15-year-old. I mean, that single sentence from the report, it just captures the absolute heart of this tragedy. So, how did this actually happen? Let's walk through the moment-by-moment account to really see the sequence of events. Okay, so this all took place in Delhi's Narela industrial area. It was a speeding tempo that struck the bike carrying the two boys. And the result? Well, the death of the 15-year-old and serious injuries to his friend. The timeline here is just so tragically simple. You have these two friends, they're on their bike, and a speeding tempo comes right into their path. The collision was direct. The immediate response, of course, was to get both of them to the hospital as fast as possible. And this is such an important point from the official report. We have to remember, this incident had two victims. While one boy's life was tragically cut short, his friend survived. But he's now undergoing treatment for his own injuries, and you can only imagine dealing with the trauma of what he just witnessed. So, after something this awful happens, what's the official response? Let's take a look at the actions the authorities took right after the collision. The police response was pretty immediate and followed procedure. A formal case was filed, the driver of the tempo was found and taken into custody, and the vehicle itself was seized as evidence. These are, of course, the very first steps in the legal process to figure out what happened and establish accountability. When you really look at this whole event, it all comes down to one single tragic moment. And it's just such a painful reminder that for so many people, pedestrians, cyclists, people on motorcycles, the dangers on our city roads are a very real, everyday thing. And that leaves us with a final, pretty sobering thought. When a routine bike ride can end like this, it really forces us to ask a tough question. What does this one incident tell us about the bigger risks we all face and the huge challenge of making our city roads safe for everyone?